I'm honored to be joined now by a dude who has swiftly become one of my favorite people in the industry, Chris Costa. He's got golden pipes, the voice. I knew the voice before I knew the man, and then I met the man, and they meshed. So Chris is got his finger on the pulse of all things sports collectible related or collectibles related, especially in Boston. A Boston power broker. Big Night Breaks is where it all started.
Yeah,
is that right?
Yeah, that's right. And Tracy, thank you for having me. You're making me blush. But no, it's good to be here. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. So the journey started, beginning of the pandemic. My journey as a collector started, of course, well before that. But from a business perspective, the journey started at the beginning of the pandemic with Big Night Breaks, and it just continued to evolve and grow from there to now Card Vault, which I'm sitting in now. Future Card Vaults, our trade shows, the Causeway Show, our new Fenway show, which I'm sure we'll talk about today, and everything else that we do in the space. So it's been kind of a rapid journey, so to speak.
Since it's top of mind, and since we just left, let's go. Obviously, we've been to the Causeway Show before. Great event there. The Fenway Card Show was quite unique. We couldn't jump in quickly enough on the Roadshow Cards team to be a part of that. And I don't know what the expectations were for you guys, but I must assume that they were exceeded wildly.
Yeah, for sure. And Fenway is what it is as a venue, right? It's a historic, incredible, breathtaking place that has this really unique charm to it. And we approached the Fenway sports management team, and I guess in a way they approached us around doing something together. And after our experiences with the Causeway Show, it felt like a trade show inside Fenway Park could be or was worth exploring. And the 521 Overlook space, of which we had our show in, was just built this year. So originally the thought was, how do we make it work? Where could we put it in the ballpark? Would it make sense? Could we do something on the field? And then we saw the 521 Overlook and it all clicked. And it's an incredible space. It overlooks the entire ballpark. It's built in stands on top of the right center field bleachers. We feel like we did a great job putting the word out in a very short period of time. We only announced the show about 6 weeks ago. So we only had about a 6-week window to promote it. And the attendance and the excitement and the buzz definitely far exceeded what we were hoping for sure.
Yeah, we couldn't say enough nice things about it. I mean, the venue obviously is iconic. And I think we've come to know that partnering with you on just about anything, whether it's you and Jimmy on stage at Men Collective, Causeway Show, Fenway Show, it makes a lot of sense. And we were ecstatic with it. Can't wait to see how that show matures. We're excited to be a part of whenever it happens again. And so anyway, hats off to you and your team. I know I texted you guys, but hats off to you and your team for putting on a great show in a relatively a crazy short amount of time.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Tracy. And we're obviously thrilled any opportunity we get to partner with Jimmy, yourself, the Roadshow team. There's some exciting things in the works, some exciting things that we're working on. I think from a show perspective, shows are a part of what we do. They are not all that we do.
Sure.
And they do take a lot of work and a lot of energy. But the result is obviously super rewarding, and to see, people enjoy kind of what you put together from a vision perspective is always gratifying. But from a show perspective, my goal is to have 4 shows a year. I'd like to do a show a quarter, and I'd like them each to be in unique locations. And ideally they'd be at locations where we have a card vault. The Causeway Show is an area that we're actively working on putting a spot in. The Fenway Show is a location that we've looked at options and potentially have plans for future locations. I'd like to do a show here at Patriot Place at Gillette Stadium, where our first card vault is. So those 3 locations on top of Foxwoods Casino, which is where our next location is opening, are 4 what I think really incredible spots and venues for trade shows. So if we can put together an annual series, 4 shows a year, have our Causeway show, have our Fenway show, have a Gillette Stadium show, and a Foxwoods show, I'll be a happy camper.
That'd be incredible. How do you kind of split up your time between, obviously show promotion happens once a quarter, so you've got time for the next one, but Card Vault, the big night breaks. I mean, where do you find yourself spending most of your time?
Yeah, that's a good question. And time management has become really kind of my biggest or top priority, right? Managing time, being able to allocate time to each business. And luckily I have an insanely incredible team. We've been very, very fortunate to bring in guys that, are fully bought into the vision of the business, that are fully bought into the success of the business, that are fully, experts or full on experts in the card space, and that, all love and get along with each other. So we've built and are building something really special here, especially at Card Vault. The Card Vault team is really the team that helps execute additional projects like our card shows. The guys that we have on the team here are really, core to us being able to do the things that we do, and me being able to focus my efforts in all these different areas while trusting that everything is getting done that needs to get done on a daily basis, in each of our businesses, from breaks to our brick and mortar business to our online sales, et cetera.
Yeah, I think it's weird in a weird way, but in a very compelling way. I think our founder, Jimmy Mahan, and you are true visionaries, different grand visions. Yours obviously is cornering that phenomenal sports market in Boston. Jimmy's going to different places across the country. And I don't know what the future of this hobby looks like. A lot of things going on, but I got a pretty good feeling that you and Jimmy will both be involved in whatever that big future is. So
I know Jimmy's not going anywhere. This is his heart and soul, our sports card industry. So Jimmy's really a legend, and we love him, and everybody loves him. And yeah, I think I'm definitely excited to see what the future of the industry looks like. And there's obviously many interesting things or announcements or changes or what have you coming down the pipeline. But I am excited to see and excited about what that's going to look like, especially with all the amazing people in this industry, all the amazing leaders in this industry, whether they be Jimmy or you or anybody for that matter. There's so many great businesses and so many great leaders, and like you said, so many great visionaries, that I think the hobby's in a good space and in good hands.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And look, I know you got to go. I know you're off to VCon. We're off to the Dallas Card Show. But dude, Chris, I'm honored to have gotten to know you over the last year or so. You're a great dude, one of my favorites, and I look forward to our paths crossing quite frequently in the future, brother.
I appreciate you, Tracy. I appreciate all the Roadshow guys and gals, and give my best to Jimmy. We'll see you guys soon.
All right, brother. Thank you, man.